1960 Chevrolet Impala, American icon. Today we're looking at one of the most recognizable American cars to roll into the new decade, the 1960 Chevrolet Impala. By 1960, the Impala had already established itself as Chevrolet's top full-size model. But this year helped solidify what the nameplate will become, a combination of style, comfort, presence, and available V8 performance. It was the kind of car that could serve as a family cruiser during the week and still carry enough attitude to turn heads on Saturday night. From the outside, the 1960 Impala was unmistakably Chevrolet. The car carried a long, low, wide stance with quad headlights, a broad horizontal grille, generous chrome, and a dramatic rear styling that helped define late 1950s and early 1960s American design. The 1960 model refined a more radical styling of 1959, giving the Impala a slightly cleaner, more controlled appearance while still keeping plenty of visual drama. And then there's the rear of the car. Those three round taillights on each side became one of the signature Impala design cues enthusiasts still recognize today. Combined with the sculpted rear quarters, chrome accents, long roofline, and wide stance, the 1960 Impala had serious street presence. Step inside, and the Impala continued the same theme. This was not designed as a stripped-down performance machine. The Impala was Chevrolet's upscale full-size offering, so the cabin was built around comfort, style, and everyday usability. The wide seating, large steering wheel, round instrument cluster, bright trim, and expansive dashboard gave it that unmistakable early 1960s American car atmosphere. There was room to stretch out, plenty of visual detail, and a sense that Chevrolet wanted Impala to feel special without pushing into luxury car territory. That balance was a major part of its appeal. But the Impala wasn't just about chrome and comfort. Under the hood, buyers had several engine choices, and at the upper end of the lineup was Chevrolet's 348 cubic inch turbo thrust V8. Performance versions of the 348 were available with multiple horsepower ratings, and Chevrolet pushed the engine even further during the 1960 model year. The big one was a 335 horsepower 348, introduced with triple two-barrel carburation that gave the full-size Impala real performance credentials at a time when Detroit's horsepower competition was beginning to accelerate. A 335 horsepower 348 Impala could also be paired with performance-oriented hardware, such as a 4-speed manual transmission and positive traction, creating a very different personality from the average family cruiser. Surviving examples equipped this way show just how serious Chevrolet could make the Impala when the right boxes were checked. And that's exactly why the 1960 Chevrolet Impala mattered. It brought several pieces of the American automobile together in one package. You had the styling, long, low, wide, and covered in the kind of chrome that defined the era. You had the interior, roomy, comfortable, and upscale enough to make the Impala feel special. And then you had the performance potential, especially when that big 348 V8 was sitting under the hood. The 1960 Impala wasn't yet a muscle car in the way we would define the term a few years later, but cars like this were helping set the table. Big cars, big engines, more horsepower, and buyers increasingly interested in performance. The ingredients were already coming together. That's why the 1960 Chevrolet Impala earns its place among CarSwagger's top 5 cars of 1960. It wasn't just transportation. It was style, comfort, V8 power, and pure American presence wrapped into one unforgettable automobile. Now I want to hear from you. Would you take the 1960 Chevrolet Impala over the Chrysler 300F, or are you sticking with the Chrysler? Drop your pick in the comments. Follow CarSwagger on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube, and check out CarSwagger Garage for classic car and muscle car gear. Thanks for watching. Peace.